Hey, there you are. How you doing? Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. So good to have you here. And I hope everything is going really good for you. So, do you meditate? Curious. If you're watching this as a replay, let me know in the comments and let me know. Do you meditate? And if you do you have any issues with meditating? I can tell you, I've been meditating serious meditating for 6.5 years consecutively for like 4 years. And I tell you, it still can be an issue. So it's okay. And I guess I shouldn't say it's an issue, but there's some days where it's not as easy to get into flow, to get into that mindful state. If you're new to meditating, let me know because I can give you some tips on that. But for now, I just wanted to talk about three simple tools you can use to become mindful. Hi, Renee. Good to see you. So yeah, how about you, Renee? What do you struggle with meditating? Because I know there's some some common ones that we all go through, or we can call them popular ones that have us struggle. And for me, one of the main ones was getting easily distracted. And I'm sure if you've listened and watched any of my videos, you'll often hear the peanut gallery in the background chirping away. One of the birds' names is Peanut. And it can be highly distracting to try to get out of that. Okay, and that's another one. Yes, feel that there's no time. That's perfect. Because I know when I first started, I thought, oh, I've got to meditate for an hour. It's going to take an hour to get into that flow state. And then I started learning, well, it doesn't need to be an hour. It could be 30 minutes, But even then, 30 minutes, you can get a lot done in 30 minutes, right? So then it's like, well, maybe 15 minutes. And 15 minutes was doable. And even that, we find a way to find something else to do, that we get impatient, that we might sit there and close our eyes and try and meditate. And we're like 3 minutes in, we might take a peek and look at our watch and go, oh God, we still got, do the math, 18 minutes to go or whatever. And then you just feel that, look, I'm not going to be able to get into flow, so I might as well not do it. I mean, that's how I would do it. So I shortened them. And they're more like power meditations. But the key for me was that I consistently do them still to this day, every day. I meditate without fail every night for 5 minutes. Sometimes in the day, I get other types of meditation or healing or mindfulness practice, but it doesn't matter. If I don't, I know at the end of the day, I have 5 minutes that I just power meditate. And what I've done, and this I haven't even talked about the tools yet, but this is one trick that I use, is use your imagination. When I'm ready to meditate, I get my timer. I use Insight Timer. I've been using them for like 7 years. They keep getting better and better. And I just use the free version. So what I do is I set my timer, or I listen to one of the short meditations. And before I press go, I'm in the mindset that as soon as I close my eyes and the music comes on, I'm going to pretend I'm in the middle of the meditation already, right? So you know what it's like if you've ever done a meditation, if you kind of dissect it, you start in the beginning and you're watching your breathing and you find your body finally relaxing and your mind can finally let go of all that stuff and you find yourself in the zone. So I start my meditation in the zone because I know how to get there. My body and mind and energy know how to be in the zone. So I say to myself, as soon as I close my eyes, boom, I'm in the zone. And it's that simple. The first time I tried it, I'm like, I'm making it up as I go along. But I did it and it worked. It totally worked. Hey, how you doing, Crystal? Oh, making a late dinner. You didn't miss me. I'm here. So that's one trick I do is I just imagine that as soon as I close my eyes, I picture that I'm already in midstream of my meditation. Try it sometime. Let me know because it's pretty cool how that works. Oh, here's the thing. No matter what you try, it's going to work sometimes and other times it's not. That's why you have to have an arsenal of things in your toolkit. It's kind of like raising children. If you've ever done that, you find that sweet spot of something that really works really, really well to help them. And then one day you try and it doesn't work. And you have to get innovative and try something new. So yeah, I know being in the zone. So yeah, I'll just close my eyes and I'm instantly as if I've been in my meditation for 5 or 10 minutes already in a 30-minute, like pretending it was a 30-minute meditation. It's just 5 minutes. And the key is that consistency. Every day you create that time frame that works for you. Now, I know there's people out there who try and meditate in the evening, and they're too tired and they fall asleep, and that's okay. So find a time that works for you. And if you fluctuate what time it is, depending on the day or your shift or what's going on, fine. But try and make that commitment to yourself to do it daily. And I highly recommend Insight Timer for that because it just helps keep track for you and it shows you your milestones. It lets you know you've done X amount of consecutive days and you really want to stay on track when you see you get to that milestone of 10 days in a row, woo, and you just want to keep going because when you miss that one day, bam, you're back down to zero again and you've got to work your way back up. Crystal, I did a past life QHTT session. Wow, I was in the zone for a few days. Like my third eye was tingly. Awesome. Well, and it's possible to be in the zone all the time, but we do pop in and out. Our vibration shifts and changes, right? So we have to allow that fluctuation. But now that you know what it feels like to be in the zone for like days at a time, that's sweet, is you just talk yourself into it. You let your body knows and your cells and your DNA know what it feels like. So you can recreate it whenever you want, right? So I'm going to share with you those 3 tips, 3 tools that you can use to help bring you into a state of mindfulness. And the first one is obviously, do you know me? Can you guess what the first one might be? So what did Sabrina say? So right with the kids. Yeah, you're like, oh, I found this trick to get them to move faster, and then it stops working. So you got to come up with something new. Ursula, hello. Oh, thank you. You're looking great too. Wish I could see you. So the first tool, breathe. Yes, exactly. But sometimes we have to find something outside of ourselves, right? So these are tools that are outside of ourselves that we can gather and use. And one of them is a crystal. Lucky you get your name is Crystal. But grab a crystal. It doesn't have to be a huge crystal. It could be a small one. Having a crystal and holding on to it, or even gazing into it with softened with a softened gaze, and just let yourself travel within it, and hold it up to the light, look around, and just zone out with it. Not every meditation has to be with you closing your eyes and having the mudras, or however. I don't know about you, but I can't hold this position long without focusing on the fact I'm holding this position. So I'm not a traditional meditator, but I do it in my way, and I recommend you do it in your way. Hey, Sally. Yeah, what's Wellness Wednesday? I'm on most Wednesdays. When I don't feel like it, I'm not, but I try to be. It's good to have you here. Oh, thanks, Crystal. So it must be that 180 pounds I've lost. That 180 masculine pounds that I've lost. Anyways, so back to the grind. So meditating on a crystal, and like I said, you can actually just look into it. Be mindful. What are you looking at? What do you see? And if you have a crystal with a lot of inclusions in it, there's lots to look at. You'll start seeing things like, like angels or birds, or all sorts of things. And that in itself is a way to be mindful, because you may not always be in a place where you can close your eyes and sit quietly. Maybe there's some chaos going on around you. Because I know when my birds are chirping up and it's a cacophony of sound, I have to find a different way. I could crank up the music in my ears, but then it's deafening. Other ways is I can just zone out. When I use my other senses to zone out, so when your eyes are open and actually purposefully focused on something, that can make all the difference in the world. Hey, Bren, good to see you here. Nice smiley face. So that's tool one you can use as a crystal. So gazing into it, or if you have a smaller crystal, hold it in your hand while you meditate, while you close your eyes. And if you have a point it in your left hand facing upwards toward your heart, because the left side is your receiving side and the energy can flow up. And just sit with this in your lap, closing your eyes. And when your mind wants to wander, squeeze crystal and pay attention to what's physically going on. Like, I'm squeezing the crystal, I'm focusing on this, instead of your mind going to all those other places that you're trying to just set aside for now. The whole point is to just reset and come back to center. So having a prop can be really helpful. So another thing you can do is have a candle. And it's best, if you're going to gaze at a candle, don't let it be the only light in the room. You burn your eyeballs out. Have a light on, but gaze at it. And you just stare at the flame. And it doesn't have to be really close to you. It could be further away. I'm trying to put it further away from me. And just watch the flame. And it's really interesting to do that, because you'll see it move in different ways. You'll see it get really still if there's no air movement. You'll see it go with the flow when there's air moving. And it's like you become the energy of that flame. And that's when, again, your eyes are open, and soften your gaze, and you can really kind of zone out. When you get into that state where you really zone out, and you're not blinking, but you're not really, everything else is softened around there. Yeah, I know I've done that as a kid, and someone, hello. But you can do that to really just zone out. And because I think for some people, having to sit there and close your eyes, you want to be seeing what's going on around you, right? Especially if you have pets or kids that you don't have that space to just sit and close your eyes. This is one way that you can do it, even if it's just for a brief 30 seconds or so. Hey, Jillian, good to see you. So that's something that you can do. And I recommend, if you do have a candle, have it in a safe place. Okay, fine print, read the fine print here, right? Don't leave it unattended. So I don't zone out with my eyes closed deep in meditation with with music in my ears with a candle on. I don't do that. I like to be mostly aware. Oh, my brother always meditated with a candle. Oh, that's so nice. Yeah, it's an interesting way. It really helps raise the vibration. And I mean, I'm sure if you respond, you could have a candle if it's in a place or a tea light in something that it's contained. And I think the act of just lighting the candle, if you do that each time, that's part of your ritual that gets you into that routine. And when you're doing that, your body is going, oh, she's about, like, it's like dogs. They know when you grab the leash, oh, we're going for a walk. We're going for a walk. Well, with meditation, if you keep doing the same little ritual and routine, like maybe, with me, I grab my headphones, I get the Insight Timer app ready. I have my journal for afterwards. And as I'm gathering that, I feel my body already going, oh, this is going to happen. We're getting into that routine of a meditation. Lighting a candle, maybe having a candle you just use for meditation. So it becomes a trigger for you to get into that flow and that zone. And then the third the third tool you could use, and by all means, you can use all three together, like, go hard or go home, or you can use one at a time. Hey, Christina, good to see you. So the third tool you could use is to meditate with a purpose, with an intention. Because sometimes it's like, oh, I know my mind's going to wander. I've got this thing or problem that I'm thinking about, and I can't, I know as soon as I close my eyes, that's the first thing I'm going to think about, right? So having something to focus on is great. It could be a mantra, it could be an affirmation. Or what I like to do sometimes is I'll pull a tarot card. I won't just kind of randomly pull. I'll go through the deck and go, what kind of energy do I want today? So for example, maybe I need to have that strength card, or maybe I need to have the world card. You can use any of the cards in the tarot deck. I like to use the major arcana because they have a real, it's almost more of a condensed energy than the minor arcana cards are, but you could use whatever you want. Maybe you use one of the court cards. Love to you and everyone tonight. Going to eat. Night all. Okay, Sabrina. Bon appetit. Thanks for being here. So using what you would do when you pick the card that you want is just hold on to it and briefly look at it and take in the images that you see, and then focus on the ones that you want to. Maybe you don't want to look at this guy up in the corner here. Maybe you want to look at the maybe you want to look at the lion. Or maybe you want to see this infinity serpent that never ending, like circle going on and on. Whatever it is, you take a look at that. You can hold it in your hand and imagine you feel the energy of it. You could place it at your heart. You could just hold it in your hand. You could have looked at it and then place it face up on the desk or wherever you are in front of you, and then close your eyes and just picture the card, bring it up into your mind's eye again, and picture what it looks like, and be okay that it might not look photographically like that. It might start to morph and change, and allow it to be fluid within your mind and become part of that card, become part of the energy and the message that the card is representing. Or, for example, the strength card. With this card, one of two things usually comes to mind for me: the lion, and the fact that she's just kind of, petting him and saying it's okay, he's not going to bite me. The other thing is the infinity symbol, the top of her head, and that flow, that back and forth flow. So you can definitely use something like this to help guide you. And then if you find your monkey mind starting to take off and want to peel bananas, you can open your eyes again, look at the card again, get back to focus, and close your eyes. The cool thing with meditation is there's no rules. You're in control and you're in charge of your own meditation practice. There's so many methods out there, and you can choose a little bit of this and a little bit of that and do what you want in your own way. You don't have to do it in a specific way. It's not like baking bread. If you miss this one ingredient, it's going to be a flop. You can do it any way you need to. Both the Christinas are here, and you're both awesome. Thanks for being here. So those are the 3 ways that you can meditate, that tools that will help you meditate. So having that crystal and using it in the suggested ways that I suggested, having a candle, raise that vibration. You can stare at the candle or just having it in the space. And then using a card, and maybe it's an oracle card, maybe it's not a tarot card, maybe it's an oracle card, whatever you want. Maybe it's an angel card, something that makes you feel the way you want to feel in your meditation. Maybe you want something that's going to give you clarity if there's something you're working through. A meditation doesn't always have to be, you got to quiet that mind. The point is to clear your mind from whatever is cluttering it, so it can be more expansive for you to then get on with your day. It's just that simple. So, Christina, what are you saying here? I need to meditate. Thanks for the 3 things. You're welcome. And I suggest that you have to make time for it. No, I'm going to reword that. You can make time for it. You decide. You're in control of your agenda, even when it feels like we're not. And start with 3 minutes and slip 3 minutes into your day in the morning, just after you're out of the shower, or, find a rhythm. And the cool thing about a rhythm, it's not always the same. There's a beat that changes. And so that way, when something comes into your schedule and life, and it's like, I'm supposed to meditate, but I can't, you just shift it and change it and let it become part of the symphony of your life. I'm going to lay here and relax. Yes, and that's what it's all about. Definitely need to make time. Yes. And so what's stopping you? I hear that. I need. How about we shift that need into I can? And then it's more of a I'm in control, and when I can, I will. Instead of I need. And then when we say that I need, it's like I'm judging myself because I haven't yet, and I know I should have because I really need it. You see, there's a slightly different energy. And yet at the same time, I understand that we use the language that's easiest. And so I need to do that. I know I'm probably reading too much into it. What type of card deck should I get to help with this? That's a great question, Christina. Well, what do you resonate with? Do you like animals? Do you like inspirational cards? Do you like angel cards? Angel cards are really nice because the energy is very soft. Maybe and I've got tons of different decks. Maybe it's something that has here. This is a great deck for meditating. Divine Guidance by Cheryl Lee Harnish. And they're all fractals that she's created. So it's not distracting because it's just a fractal. And it's like, what kind of energy do you get from it when you look at it? It's a lot of reflection. And then just look at something like that and just keeping your eyes open, focused on it. You can still put the timer on, say, gaze at it for 3 minutes or 1 minute and just go from there. And you might find that when you start slow like that or short, that the next time you're like, now I'm going to add a minute onto that and keep going until you're at a comfortable pace that you can maintain. That's what it's all about. It's about maintaining it. So those are my suggestions, or even an angel deck like this daily guidance from your angels is a nice one because you're always going to get a good message, right? Oh, the first one I flipped over on the bottom was joy. And it has, it tells you joy is the highest energy of all. It's the magical, let me get this into focus. It's the magical sense that everything is possible. Joy springs from appreciating the gifts within each moment. Joy allows you to attract and create your present and future moments at their highest possible levels. And then you just read that to yourself or out loud like an affirmation. Hold on to it. Maybe place it at your heart and go. Can you share the name after the live? Yeah, the fractal one. Yeah, absolutely. And make sure I put these in the right boxes. So that's what I recommend. And I can't remember what else I was going to say. There are other decks that have words on them. Oh, like this Divine Energy Oracle, Sonia Choquette. If I can grab it, that's kind of stuck. Like you pull a card from here and it's like, bam, refine your attention. So, begin to explore. Admit your vulnerabilities. So this one, it's like, what should I meditate on today? Boom. Go into meditation and sit there and think about things that have made you feel vulnerable or how it feels to be vulnerable, where you feel it in your body so you can release it. The whole point is being able to release those negative things. Okay. Yeah, and I definitely recommend marking it in your calendar or put it in your phone and try and do it at a time that you're setting yourself up for success. You're setting yourself up that at a time that you most likely will do it. If you find that you do easily fall asleep, don't do it just before bed, unless you say, I'm going to fall asleep to a meditation. It's totally valid. There's no laws here. It's your practice. You're allowed to do it any way you please. Give yourself permission. All right. Any other questions? So it's coming to the end of the month, and I know some of you know, and some of you are members of my Feed Your Soul membership. It's less than $20 a month, Canadian, and you get meditations every week. We do live 30-minute meditation in the evening. And if you can't make it live, the recording and replay is there. There are other things. There's even a master class each month. We just had the April one last night. It was on the chakras. It was supposed to be an hour, and it ended up being 2 hours because we were just exploring the chakras together. It was really cool. And, being part of a community helps to give you that continuity and accountability to create that practice. So if you have that need, find a way to maybe join the membership, even for a month. You can cancel it before the next time, the bill rolls around. I'll pop a link in the comments after the video goes up because I recommend trying it. If you were to come to a live meditation, a 30-minute or even an hour, it'd be $20 for that. You get a whole month of weekly meditations. There's other things that are coming up for May as well. I like to have themes, and the theme for May is bloom. So I'm adding some other little elements to it, and just a little hint, Oracle and Tarot will be involved. So if you want in on that, join the membership. Try it for a month. It won't hurt you. And Christina, what do you say? Thank you for giving us the insight. You're so welcome. I am just pleased to share the things that I've learned along this journey of meditation and self-awareness. So it's really great. Thank you for all for being so open. So I would like to pull some cards for those of you who are here. I'm going to use my daily guidance from the angel deck and the divine energy oracle. So pop in the comments angel or energy, and I will pull one of those for you. Let me get them set up. And as always, I like to take care of everybody. So those of you watching as a replay after this is done, I want to pull you cards too. Oh, Christina's up there first. Let me just pull one for everybody. This includes you too, but you'll also get your own personal one in the comments. And all right, that's great. So this one is for everybody. If you watch as a replay, let me know. Here we go. They want to take their time. I haven't worked with these cards for quite a while. These were my go-to when I first started working with cards. These were the ones I felt the most comfortable with. And from there, I just started trusting what was coming. And here we are. Now I'm into tarot. Ay. All right. Listen. Okay, you know the cards always pertain to the subject, right? So I'm going to read it to you. Listen, quiet your mind. Meditation. Beloved one, and listen to our gentle reassurance that everything has been taken care of. Stay in a quiet and receptive state. Meditation. Without worrying about the exact nature of your desired manifestation. A quiet mind and body hears us quickly and clearly. This is our request to you. Listen. Sometimes I think we're afraid to be quiet because we're afraid of the thoughts and the feelings that come up. That's another video for another time, but suffice it to say, if you use one of these props, one of these tools to focus where you want to be, that will help to guide you. It's like skating. If I want to go ice skating, I need one of those little rack things because I can't skate worth a darn. And that helps keep me upright. So think of these props as something that just kind of helps keep you upright properly in alignment with what you want to do and still look cool doing it. Not like on the ice rink with one of those things at 56 years old. All right. So another one is, yes, it's a perfect card. Hey, you too, Christina. Yeah. All right. So this is the Divine Energy Oracle for everybody. A whole chunk of them fell. So I'm just going to shuffle these few and see. And trust the divine plan. Trust that there is time for you to meditate. You put that out there. So instead of putting out there, I need to meditate, put out there, I want to meditate. Universe, help me make it happen. Okay, let's go back up and see who gets the first card. Christina with the K gets an angel card. Here we go. So tune in to receiving and trusting that you're receiving just the right message for you, Christina. There we go. Trustworthy guidance. You've received a wonderful idea as an answer to your prayers. Haha, see, just watch the video. This idea is real and trustworthy. You can safely move forward with it, knowing that we are with you every step of the way. Ask for and be open to receiving our support for anything that you need related to this idea. So just like I was just saying, trust, put that intention out there that you want to meditate or whatever else in your world. And the universe will conspire to make it happen for you. So have the tools ready for when the time is right. And time isn't even a factor. It could take 3 minutes. So I hope that makes sense for you. Moving on, Bren is next and would like an angel card too. Here we go. Trust that the right message will come here for you, Bren. I love your name, Bren Phoenix. I really resonate with Phoenix energy. It's definitely Scorpio energy. So rebirth, regeneration. Okay, you heard that flip over, right? Are you ready? Clearly, you need this one twice. Trust what you're getting. I feel that you are picking up on things and they're coming in such a subtle way that you're like, nah, I'm making it up, or nah, I'm reading too much into it. Trust that vibe you're getting. Trust that inner ding that you're getting. And really listen to it and speak. Part of listening is conveying back. Say to your guys, thank you. That's a sign. Thank you. You're listening. I hear you. You know, when you get that dialogue open up, you know, it makes a difference. At first, it can be weird and awkward because, you know, you're talking to nothing. And if someone hears you, you know, but in your mind, even say it. And in my mind, I just said, I hear you. So I hope that makes sense for you, Bren. And moving on, Crystal. Oh, I choose. All right, I'm going to choose an angel card because I'm holding on to them. So here you go for you, Crystal. Family. This situation is rooted in an emotional experience with a family member, which we can help you to understand and heal. In your mind and heart, surround this person, yourself, and the experience with calming blue light and many angels. Be open to the gifts within the situation and allow yourself to feel peace. So maybe it's that you don't have the time or space to meditate because, you know, family obligations or something like that. Or you're thinking about that kind of thing when there would be time for you to meditate. I think this makes sense to you on a level that isn't coming through for me. So you're intuitive, you'll get it. All right, let's see. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Very welcome. All right. Christina, angel. Okay, here you go. Tune in to know and trust. The message you're going to get is just what you meant to hear. Come on, I'm shuffling away here. Oh, there, it's shot right out of the deck. Daydream. Beautiful. You will more easily hear and receive our messages if you daydream regularly. Relax and open your mind to receiving without directing your thoughts. Meditation. Just notice any feelings, visions, or ideas as if you were watching a movie. This is the seat of creativity. Beautiful. I think if there's things that you do and you do well that are automatic, like your body can just do them and you can let your mind wander, like dishes or something like that, you know, vacuuming, you can totally multitask in that way and daydream while you're doing that. And that's another way to start the training wheels of getting into that meditative state. And this could be great for everybody because if you have trouble just sitting down and doing it, moving in meditation is sometimes the thing to do. So I know for me in the early stages of grief, Sitting quietly, no, not good. Sometimes it's good to get it and release it. But there are other times that as soon as you stop, everything floods in. So to have that mindful moving to go through and release while you're moving, it's important kinesthetically for the body to move and release that kind of stuff. Kind of went on a tangent there. Sorry about that. Okay. Energies for Renee. You got it. Let's shift this up a bit. And raise your vibration on the bottom. All right. I really like having the candle. You guys can't see it right now, but it's a nice energy. All right, here we go. I'm going to take the top card. I'm going to add to the bottom, to yourself. Keep your commitments to yourself. When you plan to do something for yourself, write it in ink. Put it in stone. Put it in a place on your calendar where you know nothing is going to blend into it and you have no excuse but to do it. That's your message, Renee. And then the bottom one. Build on solid ground. That's like the chakra workshop last night, starting with the root. When you start in a place of commitment to yourself, like think to yourself, if you commit to someone else and you say yes to them and you make a promise, 99% of the time, you're going to do it because you feel obligated now because you gave your word, right? Am I right? Who's with me? Why don't we do that for ourselves? We're the first one to go, nah, I won't bother, right? So keep that commitment to yourself, everybody. It's not just pointing fingers. And it's such a great way. That's the ultimate of self-care right there, is just trusting yourself. All right. Anyone else want a card? Christina, love the Daydream card. Oh, while mowing the grass today. Excellent. Those tangents are fun. Keep rocking it. Woo, choo, squirrel. Oh, that is fantastic. Back burner Betty. I've got some visuals there. She's a pinup chick and she's just, oh, so true. We all do that. Man. Yeah. Okay, good. I'm glad. And Sally, are you still here? Because I know that card was for the cards in the beginning I pulled were for everybody, but I want to pull one for you. Hopefully you're still here. I'm going to pull you an angel card. Oops. Flip that one over. All right. Let's see. Okay. It's trying to pull a message. Let's see. Tuning in for Sally. There we go. Ooh. Entrepreneur. I don't think this one comes up very often, considering I am one. Self-employment suits your disposition and intentions. Working for yourself allows you to better follow your intuition and divine guidance. We are your co-workers and teammates who remain loyally by your side to ensure your success in all ways. Look at the colors in this card. I love it. I think I just found my new clarity meditation card when I'm about to start some work. This would be the perfect card to sit and meditate on. So thank you, Sally. All right. We can change it though. Thanks for the permission. Hey, it's from up there. You're very welcome. All right. Well, that is it. I think I got everybody. If I missed anyone, pop it in the chat right now because it does take 20 seconds or so to come through. Meantime, oh, I don't have my water here. Oh, well. Yeah, I like that one. This one's going to stay face up. What I do in the morning is I pull cards for myself and I journal a little bit. And then I leave the card like face up in the deck and I even close it in. And the next time I open the deck, which is usually the next day because I use the same deck, it's the first thing I see. And it's kind of a reminder to take inventory on, oh yeah, did that card energy come through yesterday? And yeah, it's just a little weird little things that I like to do to just stay in flow, or notice where I wasn't in flow, or better, notice where intuition was working for me, but I didn't realize it at the time until the thing happened. And then I can look back and go, oh yeah, those little niggles that came. And it teaches me to be more and more mindful of that. So yes, that's it for today's Wellness Wednesday. I do want to mention that I've been connecting with some amazing entrepreneurs in all different fields of work, and we're supporting each other. Just when they have something coming up, I want to support them. And so in the beginning, in June, coming in the beginning of June, I'm actually going to interview one of my new friends who created Yoga at Your Desk. Her name is Megan Nolan, and I'm going to interview her here on a Wellness Wednesday as she talks about her free 5-day challenge that'll be coming up. But that's in June. But maybe there's somebody before then that I might, bring on to share a little bit of their wisdom. And I hope that it resonates with you. And it's mostly because I know that kind of stuff is something that you're looking for. And it's just nice to have other people's opinions and other people's viewpoints, because that's what makes the world so colorful. So thank you for being here tonight. I hope you have a fantastic week, and we will see you next week for Wellness Wednesday. Peace.